Alright, I know I said I was only putting the fiberglass in tomorrow. Okay? I got a pretty bad case, almost second-degree sunburn. And I don't need to be messing around, get myself all messed up and shit. Put on this. I know I got a box up over here somewhere. I'll put them down in here somewhere. Damn. Been out of the shop from what the spiders are making damn cobwebs and shit up in here. Okay, we can get in here. Alright. We're going to start the carding process, and that's all I'm going to do on this right now. Okay? What I got to do is start with the ear. And I got to card it down the back of the ear. Motherfucking damn Facebook, you know, winking that, shit. I'm going to put this right here. Flush up against the form. Don't want any undercuts. What I'm doing is laying these cards in them right here where it's about as flat and seamless as possible. And I got to card it all the way down one side. Put them cards right down in there. Push them right down in there and then make a nice straight cut. Almost like cutting it in half. So you get the front part of the ear here, and then the back part will be covered with fiberglass. Now it's coming right across the top over the scar tissue. Hold them cards together. There's the tricky part because there's a curve in here. I gotta put the tape right on the edges of the. I'll slip that in there. Got 3 cards here. I'm gonna lay that on all 3. Make sure they stick. This motherfucker just doesn't want to do it. God damn it, now I'm going to fall apart. Now I'll back that up with plastic bandage. I'm just putting it right there on there. Then on there. Put that in there. And I can fuck the ear up. You got to be careful with this shit. I want these cards to hold. And don't want them falling apart either. Got the 1 card in the back said, fuck you. Oh, get over here, you stupid son of a bitch. I ain't going nowhere. Gotcha. I got the flange right around the ear. Continue along the top over behind the scar tissue. You don't mess anything up. Let's put the cards right down in there. Just push them in there. A little tape to join them up. we go. Now I put a strip of plaster bandage on the bottom outside of this as well to hold these cards. Because when I'm slapping resin and fiberglass on it, it's not going to hold by itself. I'm going to go front and back, top and bottom. Make sure that is about as seamless a thing as I can make. I just give you about the thinnest and thinnest seam that you can get for silicone to prep it. A lot of people like to use clay, but I think it's too bulky and sometimes it can misalign the seams. So I don't use clay anymore, I use playing cards. I gotta come right across the front of this ear, right here, and I'm gonna cut this ear in half with this playing card. So I do not have any overlap in the back. That card's gonna come straight down the ear right there. Thankfully, these ears are fat and thick enough I can do this with it. That's the good part about having to sculpt big fat ears. I'm going to get that right up against there and put a little curve in it. Put a little clay where it's knocked out. Got a little knot sticking out of it. So I kind of curved those cards around. I got to fill up this little gap right here. Got to get filled with plaster, and I'm gonna put some clay, put some tape behind it for now. And when I take it off, the resin won't go through and make a hole or a fat thing right there. It won't make a gap. There we go. That's also the purpose of putting bandages behind it, so it reinforces and holds these cards in place. Then you got right here where the curve of the neck meets the ear. I got to straighten that out. That's where it gets tricky. You got to go at an angle and put this card in right here and then just go down. Because you don't want it to underlap the previous card. And you got a little gap you got to fill right here. And you do that with cards. You could do that with the playing cards. Just lay a playing card right in front of it. Kind of do that. Or you can put tape behind there, or tape over it, because the plastic bandage is going to go under it. Just like this. Push that straight in there. Push that card down in the clay. Lay it up against the others, tape it down. And it joins them. And now you got all the cards laid out. You gotta help cover all your holes. Make sure you don't have any daylight peeking in between it. You look at it and you got to fill all these little holes that are in between the cards. You lay them at angles. And to be right in front of it, it would be nice. I use a silicone tool to help lay that down. And cover it. You get to stick to the cards without me putting too much pressure on it. That's actually. Now you see some of these gaps I got in here. Move this over. I see some of these gaps I got in here I got to fill up. Right there. And I just take this. And I got this gap right here I got to fill. Because this card's supposed to be in the. And I got a piece of clay. Put that in the clay. Come on, push in there. There you go. And redo this line of cards because I took it offline a little bit. And put it back in there. I have to reset these cards. There we go. Didn't quite come that much out of alignment. Okay. I'm going to completely card it. I've got to reinforce the card now. What I'm going to do with these plaster bandage. I got to cover up this front first, so I don't accidentally push any of the bandage into or underneath the tape. I don't want to cover it so the resin doesn't leak and bond itself to the plaster bandage either. Get that to stick to the cards, put the plaster bandage on there, then come back and cut that off. Okay? Put a piece around here I gotta do. Rock. I really didn't want to do that shit behind here. I got it in front. Alright, now, get some bandage, wet it down, put the bandage on there. Put the extra cards in here. Take this tape and stick it somewhere it's going to be useful to hold this shit in place. There we go. Pour a little bit of water in here. I can find my damn water right here. Oh, hell. I'm going to flip them around, show you what you do with the back. Okay? Now you can see how that card shows up blue right here in the back, where I carded it in the bottom. That's to make sure that all those gaps are filled so you don't see any daylight. You're not going to see daylight at all. Ooh. Ah, be careful, man. I got the fucking... my back and neck are killing me. All that fishing and casting and everything. Still got to sort this out. I take little pieces. Wring them out. Lengthwise, sideways. Okay? Put that in there like that. Get the fucking hair out of there. Then lay that right along the cards. Doesn't have to be all up in it and fucking shit. There, get you another piece of bandage. Take it, fold it lengthwise sideways like this. Make a long double-ended piece of bandage. And lay the bottom part at the bottom, the straight edge at the bottom. Lay it on the sculptor. Make sure that bandage is good. Just rub it down on the sculptor, rub it down. Make sure it goes up against the cards. You don't have to push too hard. You just want it to where it's sticking to the sculpture and the cards. It's like a reinforcement for this, okay? I'll turn this so you can see it better. Now I'm molding over the back of the ear here because I gotta do that as a one piece for the back. So the front of the ear will open and get this fucking signal wrench here. Hot fucking shit bitch. Motherfucker. Quit fucking with my signal. Stupid. I had to go kick that door open because stupid fucking wind went, oh no. I see I'm gently just pushing it up against cards. It's going to bond to the cards and it's going to bond to the clay and it's going to hold itself in place when that plastic bandage dries. There we go. Well, it's stuck on it all the way around. It's going to dry. It'll be good. When it dries, we can flip them around. See, I got them toes.